Hi Stacy, hi Shush. This is Eric from Mercedes-Benz of Scarborough. First off, want to introduce myself. You haven't really seen me, but now you have. I wanted to say thank you so much for your business and thank you for putting your trust in me and for buying this beautiful vehicle from us. This is your 2026 GLS 580. I'd also like to give a shout out to our inventory slash sales manager, Tom McCoubery. He's the one that spec'd this vehicle out, and he does it with purpose. So as you can see, Cirrus Silver paintwork with the diamond cut 22-inch multi-spoke wheels. He's done a fantastic job because everything that he does is with purpose. So with that being said, I want to talk to you about how to use your vehicle. And that's the purpose of this video. Keyless entry at all four doors. We're going to start here. This little dimple is where you go ahead and lock your car. So if I have the key inside right now. However, if you push this or just tap it, the mirrors will fold in. You'll hear the chime indicating a lock, and the door will obviously be locked. Want to go to the trunk here because I want to show you how to fold your seats down. Also want to show you that the trunk is height adjustable. So if you have a low garage, you can program the trunk to stop, say, at this point. This may be a little too low, but this is just to serve a point here. You press and hold that stop button, you'll hear a chime, and then the trunk will only go to that predetermined point going forward. You also have that lock button, which is right here, and that's very useful because if you have the key in your pocket and you have a handful of groceries or something like that, you can just press this lock button and then you won't need to pull the key out of your pocket, nor will you need to walk up to any of the handles to lock the vehicle. Just press that, trunk will close, mirrors will fold in, you'll hear that chime indicating a lock. So we're going to go ahead and shut the trunk now. You can walk up to it, and with the vehicle being locked, you can just pull on that handle and it will unlock. I'm going to turn the vehicle on just to show you some extra functions here. And then we're going to go into the back seat. So your vehicle is equipped with captain's chairs. Now this button right here is for the seat heating for said chair. So this is on the left side of the vehicle. This will turn on this side, seat heat. You also get 5-zone climate control in this car. This right here will control the individual chair. So you have power slide, recline, as well as your headrest. So you can however your passenger wants to sit, they can get comfortable. Now you do have the sunshades as well. Now with the window closed, your rear passenger can just pull up on this switch here and it will open up your sunshade. Your sunshade will present itself. To put it down, all you do is push down on it. And then if you wanted to open up the window, just like in any other car, you just push down and then pull up. Automatic, as you'd expect. Like I was saying, 5-zone climate control, and then the other side there, yes, does have the same functions. Now I'm going to get into the front seat. I'm going to show you how to use your steering wheel. I'm going to show you all the functions there as well as what's on the door. All right, Shush, I know you weren't too much of a fan of the 3D surround sound system. However, I've already tuned it for you so that way you can really enjoy it. And I know that once you listen to this, you're not going to want anything else going forward. But let's talk about your door functions here. Seat heat, ventilation, as well as the ability to control the right seat. So you push this and I can go ahead and turn the seat heat on, as you can see over there. And I'll go ahead and even turn on the seat ventilation at the same time. And to turn everything off, it's the same thing as you would on the front seat. So you press that, that's your seat heat, ventilation, 3 different stages. This is for your seat cushion. You can tilt, it's power slide, as you'd expect. This is for your leg extender. So if I push this forward, and if you want to take a look at the seat there, you have your leg extender. If you have longer legs like I do, this is really nice for those longer road trips. And then you have your recline as well as your power headrest, just like in the back seats. This is how you lock and unlock the car. And then Same functions here for the windows. All four are fully automatic. These two, if you pull these up with the windows closed, they will activate your sunshades for either side. And then these are your mirror functions right there. Right over here, that's your trunk button. You can open and close the trunk from the comfort of the driver's seat. And now I'm going to go take a seat inside the car. I'm going to show you how to use the steering wheel. So over here is your light controls. Now this is for your electronic parking brake, which will release itself once you put the car in drive or in reverse. And when you put the car in park, it will automatically turn on. So you don't really ever need to push this. This is just a fail-safe. Your headlights are on automatic. This is for your rear fog lights. And when I push this, you will see that it turns on your headlights, and that orange indicator right there, or yellow indicator, is how you know your rear fog lights are on. This is really nice for when you have adverse weather conditions such as heavy fog, heavy rain, heavy snow, and it's just really nice so that way the people behind you can see you. So if you push this again, it will turn off all of your headlights as well as your rear fog lights. And then this little slide is for the brightness of your screens, and that's really only something you're going to see during nighttime driving with the headlights on. Now, this here is your turn signal stalk, as you know, and the functions here are going to be the same as in your S-Class, your old S-Class. You push this to the first threshold, it will wipe. Do one quick wipe, you push it through, it will spray the windshield. This right here is how you activate your rear wiper. So this right here, you push this to this right side here, push that right side, and then it will just wipe the rear window. And then on the other side, if you push it on the left, it will spray the rear window. Now, over on the left side of the column, this is for your heated steering wheel. The I indicates on. You'll also see that red light there, and you'll also see something in the dash that says your heated steering wheel is on, right there, as you can see. And if you pull back on it, you'll see that it says heated steering wheel off, and you won't see that red light there anymore. Your steering wheel is power tilt telescopic, so up, down, away from you, towards you. Once you set your memory seats, get the steering wheel exactly where you want it, get the mirrors exactly where you want it, and then press this M button right here, and then 1. You don't need to hold it. All you do is press M, press 1, and you'll hear a little chime from the dashboard. Looking at this steering wheel here, you'll see that there are 4 stalks in which you can play around with. This stalk will control this screen. This stalk will control that screen. This screen is also a touch screen, and you also have the touchpad. So primary, secondary, tertiary ways of using or interacting with this screen. Then you have this stalk here, which is for just various functions. Answer phone calls, decline / hang up. This is for your volume, and you can scroll. You just push up, scroll down, just like that. That's how you get your volume. Press and hold this if you have an iPhone. It'll activate Siri if you have wireless, if you have, again, an iPhone. And if you press and hold this, if you have an Android, it will activate Google. You press that star. It's a favorite function. You can set it to whatever you'd like. And then this is for your adaptive cruise control. If you're not sure how to use this, I'd be happy to talk this through on the phone. However, this is for your distance. Turn it on, turn it off. Set your distance, increase your speed, decrease your speed, resume, cancel. You can also cancel by just pressing on the brake as well. Now, this is your gear selector, same as in your previous vehicle. No change there. Now, I'd like to talk to you about the heads-up display. To change any kind of function in your heads-up display, you press the home button right here on your steering wheel. You'll see this. You can change the layout of the screen. However, if you scroll up, you can see that this will change the look of what is in the heads-up display. Now, if you scroll all the way to heads-up display, you can turn it off. If you press settings, you can adjust the height of it as well as the brightness of it if you go side to side. So up and down is for height, side to side is for brightness. So I'll set it to the brightest possible for you, and then I will also bring it up a little bit. There you go. And if you ever have any questions about how the features work in this car, please always feel free to call me. Right at the starter button right here, you do have the the ability to turn off the start-stop functions, and I will show you again where this button is. I know you can't really see it right now, but now I'd like to show you the overhead console, the system, as well as what's over here. Okay, so looking at your overhead console, These are your reading lights for the driver and the passenger side. So passenger, driver can turn those off same way. These are your door lights. So if I were to open up any door within the vehicle right now, you'll find that all of the lights turn on. If I push this, then they will not. So that is turning off that function. We'll leave it on for you. This function right here, or this button rather, is to turn on the lights throughout the front of the vehicle, and this is for the rear specifically. This here is for your sunroof. If I were to push this in, it will open up the sunroof to a vent. If I pull it down, it will close it. Usually the sunshade is closed. Right now we have it open for lighting purposes, but if the sunshade is closed and you pull this back once, it will open up the sunshade. If I pull it back again, it will open up the sunroof. And then to close it, you just push down and it will close. And then if you wanted to close the sunshade, you just pull back on that again. But we are going to leave that open. You have a speaker right here. Shoosh, I know you're a fan of that. You have your garage home link right there. So for garage door openers, if you have one big bay, you can just set it to your first one. If you have multiple, you can have them set however you'd like. Coming over here, this is your MBUX screen here. Now, you have at this touchpad is primarily how people use this screen here, but you can again touch, and you have this stalk on the steering wheel here, which will allow you to interact with it as well. Navigation, phone, radio. Now, if I were to set this here, you press that home button, you could set that as your home as your go home button. But on your navigation screen here, you have the ability to do just 3D maps, 2D maps, due north, back to 3D, showing the direction that the vehicle is traveling in. Now, this is how you input your destinations here. You press where to, and then search for POIs, etc. Press the hard back button on the touchpad here. We'll go home. Phone. This is for your CarPlay. And then if I tap phone, right, I can I tap the phone, it uses the onboard system, and you can make phone calls from there. Your radio, you tap that, it plays your XM. This is how you switch your source, FM, AM, and then your favorites right there, right? So we can get rid of that, but that is how you set a favorite right here. It goes into your favorites right there, so that way you're not scrolling through a carousel. Then to get rid of it, you just tap that. Now, over here is a channel list. You can see categories, featured, etc. You can even change your source here and then have a list for whether it's FM, AM, whatever you're trying to listen to. Going back home, if I scroll through to the next screen, you have your media that'll play your phone, that'll play your USB, whatever you want to listen to. That's not radio. MBUX, that's the App Store. Comfort. So if I were to select that, you have your massage functions, and then that'll be for the driver and the passenger. A bunch of different options here. No way that you're not going to be comfortable. You press seat. Seat kinetics will move the seat base as well as the back only slightly during a long road trip, just so that way you're not stiff by the time that you're on the other side of that road trip. Your lumbar, that's how you control that. Your side bolsters. Stacy, I know you were curious about this. So if I were to press side bolsters, I can inflate the bolsters here. And it does tighten up on you, and it will allow you to get a little more comfortable. However, it doesn't inflate while you're turning. Just remember that. I know that's what you were asking about. Heating settings, you can change the balance of the seat heat. So you can have the seat heat focus primarily on the seat back, seat cushion, or have it be a balance of both, just like in any other car. You switch on the panel heating. It is on. However, it will, when you turn on the heated seat, this will automatically turn on. It heats up the panels on the doors, center console for the drivers, passengers, as well as in the back seats. Going back, you change your ambient lighting. You change the color. Again, you have 64 different colors here. You can do multi-zone as well. And let's see here. Let's change it to green, right? So now that's green, and then this would be white at night. And then you have different You have some ambient lighting changes here by the speakers, etc. Just changes throughout the car. Press back. You can also, there is an effect here as well. So let's just say your passenger wants to raise their temperature. That whole side of the car will turn red. Say they want to lower their temperature, it'll go blue. Just a cool little feature there. Going over here, these are the climate functions for the front seats here. Driver temperature, passenger temperature, climate menu. You open that, it'll allow you to change the temperature and direction of the first, second, and third row seats. You also have an air quality sensor in here. You do have the ionization as well as the fragrance as well, because this is the Pinnacle package. You do get, it does come with one complimentary fragrance. Now, you can turn on the heated steering wheel from here as well, but you also, again, have the function on the left side of the console. Now, going back, right, let's go, we're good there. So fan speed, automatic climate control. So fan speed, automatic climate control. This here is for your max defrost for the windshield, your hazards. This is your rear defrost, recirculated air, AC compressor, and sync. You can have the cabin be one entire temperature. If everybody's got something different going on, you press sync, it'll default to whatever the driver has set. Pushing this back, you have your wireless charger, as well as 2 USB-C ports. Now, this right here is your heated and cooled cup holders. This is how you use them. So you press that once, this whole thing will light up blue, means that your drink is being cooled. You press that again, turns off. Press it once, twice, and then this will light up red, meaning your drink is being heated. Nice whether you have an iced tea or a hot cup of coffee. Pull this back, and then it sits flush. This is also, these are some of the hard buttons that control the center screen. So you have your drive mode selector right here, hard back button for that screen there. You have the ability to change your tracks as well. So if you're listening to your own music, you can swipe right, and then that'll go to the next track. Swipe left, that'll restart your song, or swipe left again, and then that'll go back one song. Press that home button, it brings you straight to the home screen. Volume scroll wheel is right here, and if you press this in, it will mute. And then just scroll again, and then it will bring your volume back. Navigation will bring you to the onboard maps right here. Radio and media will bring you to your radio screen. Telephone will bring you to your telephone screen, obviously. You press this P with a camera, and then it activates your 360 cameras. So you can tap here on any one of these like little camera icons right there, and then it'll show you exactly what's going on around you. So that's your dead-on front camera. If I press that button right there, it turns to a fisheye. If I press this here, it'll show you exactly what's going on the right side of the vehicle, left side of the vehicle. This is really convenient if you're trying to parallel park and size up to a curb, get as close as possible without scratching those beautiful wheels. Now, one other thing that's really nice is you can just scroll through. If you wanted to play, you can. If I hit the brakes, it is live, so it will show you exactly what's going on. Here's a turn signal. Anyway, you press that P right there. This will activate the self-parking features, so it will control your turn signal as well as your gears, your steering, your brakes. Now, this is meant to be an aid. It will back you into a spot, and in some cases will assist with exiting. However, please bear in mind that this is only meant to be an aid. This is not meant to be assistant, be relied on. Now, if you press that icon right there with the camera button, that will allow you to activate the cameras at a predetermined point. You will only need to set this once. So say you are in a city with a tight garage. This might be useful for if you need to get close to a curb, if you need to get close to a wall. It will allow you to see exactly what's going on in front of you or behind you, whatever the case may be. So that way you don't need to play any guessing games. And this will activate and deactivate your sensors. So press that button right there, the little car icon, and it will take you to certain vehicle functions. You can also turn on the heads-up display, turn it off, stability control, lower the air suspension, car wash mode, sensors, and some of your active safety features as well. And if you go to all settings here, it'll take you straight to your assistance settings. Speaking of which, you have your different vehicle settings here, your light settings, and then your system settings as well. The Hey Mercedes function is nice as it will allow you to control various functions within the vehicle, whether you wanted to change a radio station, change the ambient light color, change your temperature, things of that nature. So this big button right here, or big switch rather, is how you raise and lower the air suspension. Useful for if you need to get somebody who is shorter, letting them get into the car, or if you need to raise the car for, say, off-roading purposes, or if there's adverse weather such as heavy flooding, etc. Just want to bring this up to you right here. This is where you deactivate the start-stop system, and then it'll show you in the dash as well whether it's on or off right now, and then you'll see it right there in the center screen. It says start stop off. Now, with that being said, we're going to go into the back seat. I'm going to show you how to use the heated seats as well as the climate control functions back there. Moving to the back seat here, you'll find that you have individual air vents on either side on both pillars, so that way the passengers can get comfortable back here as well. You get air vents in the center as well with these cup holders here. Now, moving to the door panel, this is your heated seat. So 3-stage heated seats for driver or for left and right passengers, but everybody has the ability to move their seats electronically. So move the entire seat, then you have recline as well as your headrest. So everybody back here will get nice and comfortable. Now, this here is your, you do get an armrest here. If you twist to the left, it will lower. If you twist to the right, it will sit higher. Like so. Now, just want to show you something on this particular seat, on this seat right here, and it's this button right here. If I pull this back, this entire seat will move forward. This is not on my seat currently because I am sitting behind the driver. If you will see that once I pull this, the passenger seat also moves. Now, this is useful for getting in and out of the third row, and you have to hold it the entire time. No, I don't. Okay, there you go. You don't have to hold it the entire time. So now I'm going to press that, and now I have to hold it the entire time. There we go. You'll hear it lock, and then you can use the functions on the door to adjust the seat again. Isofix anchor points right here as well on both seats, just in case you need to strap a child seat or a car seat to the seat here. And what's nice about the entire seat moving as one big base instead of folding like it would in any other car is that you can keep the child seat kind of locked in here. Now, we're going to go to the trunk. I'm going to show you how to fold down the seats. All right, so to open the trunk, you'll find the handle right in the middle of this chrome piece underneath the Mercedes badge. Again, like I've talked about, height adjustable. You do have your privacy cover back here, which can be removed. However, I want to talk to you about folding down the second and third row seats. So, over on the right-hand side, you'll see how it says 3R and 3L. Third row, right seat. So I'm going to go ahead and push that. And I need to hold it, because then the third row is going to sit completely flat. And then same thing for the left. There you go. Now, as you can see in the third row, you get a cup holder right here, as well as 2 USB-C ports on either side. Again, this can be removed. And when the third row is not in use, you can tuck away the seat belt right here. There's a little clip. Now, over on the left-hand side here, you'll find 2R, 2L. Second row, right seat. Second row, left seat. So, we're going to do the right seat. I'm going to push that down. And then I'm going to do that again for the left seat. Sorry, I did that. And there you go. It tucks in, so that way there's no random awkward ridge for anything to get stuck on. Now, again, for you to put the seats back up, you just pull, and you'll do this for the second and the third row. And it will return to where you just had it previously. And then we will go ahead and do this for the third row. Pull that back. Locked in. And then this button right here on the right side with the car and the up and down arrow, that's how you raise and lower the air suspension. So that's convenient for if you have a dog or if you have a heavier item that you need to load into the trunk, but you don't want to lift it too high because it may or may not throw your back out. So that's just a convenience feature. And underneath here, these are your rubber mats as well as your carpeted floor mats. Underneath here with your first aid kit, you do get a little extra storage space as well as the tire inflator as well. Now, again, to close the trunk, press that stop button, and this closes. So that concludes how to use your vehicle. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to reach out to me. You have my direct line. You can call me 207-510-2258. And I just want to say thank you again for placing your trust in me and buying the vehicle that you wanted. So congratulations to the both of you again. I hope you use it in good health, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Talk later. Bye-bye.